Welcome to today's edition. We are here to look at the Forex trading chart. We are here to plan meals. We are here to answer questions, and then we develop trade plans for tomorrow, and then for the week, and for the next week, and for the other week, and for the other week, and for the other week. But before we start, I want to remind you that trading Forex is risky and it's not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, does not necessarily indicate your future success. So, please stay small and stay humble. Never trade money you cannot afford to lose. Yeah. So we are going into the Forex trading market to look at some few trade plans. We look at what we planned yesterday, what have happened so far, and then we will look at what we will do today. Yes, so that's what we are going to do. Okay, so let's quickly move to the chart. So yesterday I spoke about this pair and this USD card, and I was saying that USD card was doing a lower low, lower high. But for me, I'm thinking in a long term that it's going to sell. So I was expecting a pullback to this area, which has already started. So when we go on a smaller time frame, you will see that there is actually a double bottom here, and there is a breakup to the top, and then there is a retest. So this what is happening on USD. So USD card, so double bottom, breakup, coming to retest, then move up to retest until you reach our zone where we will have the opportunity to sell this pair. So for USD card, our trade plan is still valid. We are waiting for that to happen. It's still valid. Yes, so we were expecting something like this. So our trade plan is still valid. So let's look at USD JPY. Yeah, so USD JPY is doing exactly what we've planned. Okay, so you can see this is how we planned, and that's what is happening. So currently it's at our plan B. We said plan A is that this pair will move and come and do double bottom here and then move to the upside, which was our plan A, and plan B was a move to the upside from this side. And I also made us aware that where the pairs have reached, it is possible that there can be a selling opportunity. If that happens, that we can see a pullback, so something like this. So let's go to our entry point of view and look at USD JPY like a sell and see what we will look at. Yes, so I've actually planned this with us yesterday, and I said I'll only pull the trigger when it is below the green, which means that as it stands right now, I'm supposed to pull the trigger around this point if I'm a bear, which is important. If you place a bear trade here, it's actually a good trade. I wouldn't say it's a bad trade, because the pair is now, I can actually see lower highs forming. So at least you can trade up to this point, and if this support holds, then we can go up. If it doesn't, then we are going far down. we are going far down. So it depends on you. You have to make the decision. But as it stands now, I want this pair to come back to this area, and then I pull the trigger to the upside. So let's continue. So this was what I was talking about. Sorry, you didn't see that screen. So I was saying that I drew this yesterday, and I said I want the pair to cross the green line, and when it crosses the green line, I'll be able to pull the trigger. So I was expecting to pull the trigger around this price here, which is 141.627, but I was at work. So currently, if there is a pull to this side, I can actually pull the trigger to this support here, and if this support holds, I'm going to be buying this pair to the upside, because on the 4-hour it actually sets for a higher high. So this is a higher high, higher low, so it's supposed to go up on the 4-hour. So we are continuing with the USD pairs. So let's go and look at actually a bull can, if this candle closes above here and 21.51.5 cross to the upside on your 15 minutes, it's a cool trade to pick. Yeah. So I'm looking at the Euro USD. Yes, so we've planned this trade well. Come down to this area, and this makes it important. So on the smaller time, let's go to the other time frames. So this is the time where the bears are winning, because we have been a bull on Euro USD for a while. So this is Euro USD. So what we do is there, very clear. Wow. So you can see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But then you can see this 4-hour. So let's look at 15 minutes. Alright, so these are 15 minutes. The pair is currently below the moving average. The 21.55 has crossed to the downside, which means that this pair is going down. Okay, so for tomorrow's trade, at least Euro USD will go down. So if you want to trade this pair, this is how I will set it up. If I want to trade it, like right now, I would have pulled the trigger. So this is how I will set up Euro USD if I want to sell. I have been hot trailing my stops. I trail my stop until the pair hits my stop. Okay, so when you enter here, you keep trailing your stop loss until the pair finally hits your stop loss. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. So I would have entered here, set my stop loss here, I take profit there, and pull the trigger. Expect this pair to hit here by tomorrow 12 p.m. Yes, that's what I'll be expecting, that this pair hits here tomorrow by 2 p.m. exactly. Alright, so we are going to the next pair. Let's look at pound against the dollar. If you have any pair you want us to look at, you just drop it. Yes, so this was also planned yesterday. I drew the green line and I told you that that green line shows that the pair will reverse at where it is currently. So right now I can say that this pair has changed direction technically. So lower low, lower high, sell, lower low, lower high, what, sell, lower low. So tomorrow, that's what I will be expecting. I'll be expecting a sell, but let's look at the 1 hour and see where we will start the sell. So the sell could start around somewhere here. So you could sell around somewhere there with let me give you a scenario. So I will do something like this. Yeah, this is what I will do. I set my things, I go to work and come back. So let's look at AUD USD. Alright, so this AUD USD, we set this trade plan some time ago. So this is what we said. So those who set the what's the name, limit order have been triggered. Yes, so when you place a trade, there is nothing you can do again until either the pair hits your take profit or your stop loss. So AUD USD is out of our trades. So let's look at British Pound NZD. I think there was something beautiful on that pair yesterday. Yesterday we saw fundamentally that the pair was supposed to, I think, sell. Let's look at that again. Yeah, so yesterday we looked on our Excel and GBP AUD, we were seeing a strong sell. So I'm going back to look at it. sorry, GBP AUD, GBP AUD. Alright, so GBP AUD, we were waiting for a strong sell, and I said that I will only sell when the pair breaks this zone to the downside and then come to retest. That didn't happen. I drew this line here and I said that technically that place is an important place for me. So what I expect is a double top, which is I think want to form. So let's look at 1 hour. Yeah, so on the 1 hour I can see something like, let's call it a range. So I'm going to draw it as a range. So let's say something like this and something like this, just to help you. And I'm a bear, I want to sell this pair, so what I'll be waiting for is I want something like this at least, and then back here and then here. So this is how I'll set it up. Set it up like this, move this one here and put this somewhere here. So that's for GBP AUD, British Pound, Australian Dollar. Now let's look at Euro NZD. Euro NZD says weak sell. So let's look at it and see whether technically it's set to sell. So the supports were not held. No, these are trade plans. These are strategies. So you need tactics to be able to get into the trade. So we've marked zones now. This is another zone. We are doing this based on our fundamental. So we want what? A sell trade. But before you pull the trigger, you go on your smaller time frame and make sure that what? The 2155 has crossed. Yes, apart from that, somebody will be looking at it as if it's a flag. Anything can happen depending on what you are looking at. So for this particular pair, I'll wait until technically it's telling me to sell and I'm interested in the sell. Now you have to make a decision. You have to decide what you want to do. Okay, you have to decide. So I'll look at AUD, Euro AUD, and then if you want me to look at any other pair, you state it in the description. So Euro AUD says a sell. So where am I interested? So I want this pair to hit here, where it is to make sense to sell. But if you want to sell, you have to make sure all other things are in place. An example is yes. So if you want to sell this pair, you have to make sure that the pair move and is below the 200 moving average. The 2155 has crossed to the downside, and right now it's no close. There is nothing here showing it's going to sell. But if you are bull, you wait for a pullback to somewhere here, and then you can send it up if you are a bull. So let me draw that trade plan. If you are a bull, what you should be expecting. So you are expecting something like that. So your entry somewhere here. Then you can go far if you are a bull. But I'm a bear fundamentally, so I'll be interested in what a bearish setup. So let's look at gold. Okay, so gold is still in our range. So it's at the bottom of the range. So if you want to sell it, if you want to buy it, but when you look at gold has been trending down, so it's better to sell than to buy. So if you want to buy gold now, you wait for it until you see the moving averages, or you are able to identify the price action using the candlesticks. Then you can pull the trigger to the upside. Look at WTI. Let's see what happened to the USD ZAR trade that we set up the other time. Alright, so this resistance here is broken. So I pull back to that area of support will be an interesting thing. Yeah, so I pull back to this area. very interesting. So I will set that up. The fact that I'm setting up doesn't mean you enter. You have to wait. This is just strategy. So you wait for tactics. You use different tactics, whether price action, candlesticks, moving averages. You use the tactics, then you enter your trade. Yeah, I think similar